Hi, my name is Bruno Paleo. I'm a technical director for Input-Output, and I have here together with me Filip Dimitrievich, who is a product manager for stablecoins, for the stablecoins team. And we're going to talk to you about Djed, which is our stablecoin protocol. And before we start, I would like to say that we also have other team members, and we have had contributions from many other people whom you can see here in this screen. And yeah, so let's start, and let me hand over to Filip now.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here. Thank you, Bruno, for the introduction. I am the product manager for stablecoins at Input-Output, and today I'll be focusing on explaining a bit more of a business use case for stablecoins. So, as you all know, stablecoins are cryptocurrencies that are pegged to a certain, let's say, value. It's usually fiat value, so the most common one is US dollar. And here I have shared some of the details from September's, let's say, last market cap, sorted by stablecoins. So as you can see, the four most, let's say, commonly used stablecoins, USDT, USDC, Binance USD, and DAI, have a combined market cap of, over $200 billion. So this is a great opportunity for any stablecoin, to tap into this market. And with Djed, this was one of our main motivations, since all of these stablecoins in the market that are most popular right now are not algorithmic. So we wanted to produce a smart contract that could help out with this specific business use case. So that is one of our main motivations for implementing and running, Djed within our company. So yeah, maybe now we can talk about the importance of stablecoins in general, and what they would like to let's say overcome as problems. So one of the main problems in cryptocurrency market in general is the instability and volatility. As we all know, Bitcoin and other relevant cryptocurrencies can pretty much change their values very drastically. Stablecoins are here to help with the adoption of cryptocurrencies in general, to help out with this volatility, so that our let's say institutions and RealFi can also utilize these cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, within their own business cases and within their own processes. So with Djed, we want to automate this as much as possible through an algorithmic stablecoin. So maybe now, Bruno, you would like to talk a bit what is actually Djed and how it was implemented.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, what is Djed? So Djed is a stablecoin that is algorithmic, and by this we mean that the stabilization mechanisms follow well-defined algorithm, well-defined instructions that can be implemented as smart contracts. It is fully crypto-backed in the sense that the smart contract will maintain a reserve of cryptocurrencies, and we use this reserve to stabilize the price of the stablecoin. And it's pegged, and yeah, we often talk about pegging to the USD, but it's important to know that in principle we can peg the price of the stablecoin to anything we would like, so we just need a target price. And what is, we believe, very unique about our stablecoin is that it is provably stable under well-known conditions. And by this we mean that the theorems were mathematically proven, and even more than that, the proofs were formally verified with an interactive theorem prover, namely Isabel. And also the theorems were checked with bounded model checking. So we have actually used two different formal methods to formally verify the correctness of our stablecoin protocol. Another thing that is interesting about our protocol is that it's the first that has been implemented on a UTXO-based blockchain, as far as we know, and that blockchain is Ergo. So we have a good collaboration with Ergo, because both Cardano and Ergo are UTXO-based blockchains, and we decided to collaborate in the development on Ergo to learn what we needed to learn for the future implementation on Cardano. So, how do we achieve stability in Djed? So I'll not go so much into detail of this because there's already another talk that you can find in YouTube where this is explained in more detail. But basically in Djed you have stable coins and you have reserve coins, and you can buy and sell stable coins or reserve coins directly with the contract by interacting directly with the contract. The contract acts a little bit like an autonomous central bank. It keeps a reserve, and whenever, for example, you sell your stable coin back to the bank, it will give you back an amount of cryptocurrency equal to $1 worth of the cryptocurrency that it has in the reserve. In the case of Cardano, it would be ADA. In the case of Ergo, it is ERG. Yeah, and when you buy a stablecoin, it's the opposite, right? You're supposed to provide $1 worth of cryptocurrency to the contract, and the contract will mint one stablecoin and give that stablecoin back to you. And the purpose of the reserve coins is for people to provide additional reserves, so that in case the price crashes, in case the price of the base coin, in case the price of the base cryptocurrency crashes, then there will still be sufficient reserves in the contract to pay back the stable coins if the stable coin holders decide to sell those stable coins back to the bank. Yeah, as you can see in this slide, there are many equations that aim to limit in which circumstances you can buy or sell reserve coins, and those conditions are there to ensure stability, right? Okay. So implementations. We have 4 different implementations in different stages of development. So the one that is most advanced is the one on Ergo that has already been deployed in January 2021. As I already mentioned, it's implemented on the Ergo blockchain, which is also a UTXO-based blockchain like Cardano. It survived the crash of May 2021 without losing the peg, so that was a very successful experience. Another sign of success is what you can see down here in the screenshot, that this contract managed to capture, so right now at the time I took this screenshot, it had 3.7% of the entire supply of ergs are in the reserve of this contract, and that's a value of $23 million. Yeah. Okay. Another implementation that we have is in Solidity, mainly because we expect to have EVM sidechains of Cardano at some point. This implementation is ready and it's currently under audit. It's currently undergoing audits both internally and externally, and it has been deployed to testnets such as Ethereum's Rinkeby and Kovan, and Avalanche's Fuji, Polygon's Mumbai, and BSC's testnet. We also have an implementation in OpenStar. OpenStar is a private permissioned blockchain development framework in Scala. And yeah, for the particular case of the stablecoin, we are using that as a private permissioned sidechain of Cardano. What is interesting about this approach is that it's a native implementation directly in Scala, directly in the rules of the ledger of this private permission blockchain, instead of being an implementation based on smart contracts. Yeah, so you can see here in the screenshot in the right side the code, right, in Scala with the rules for minting and redeeming stable coins or reserve coins. And in the other screenshot in the left, you can see a basic user interface where the user has a balance of base coins, reserve coins, stable coins, and the user can buy stable coins, withdraw, and so on. Okay, then we're also working on implementation on Cardano in Plutus. Here you can see some code for minting stable coins and reserve coins. This is a version that Jan Müller from the Plutus team implemented a long time ago, and it's a very early version that I'm showing here. And currently, Jean-Frédéric Etienne is implementing another version of the stablecoin, what we call the extended protocol. Okay, yeah, now I would like to hand back to Philip.
Thank you, Bruno. So what I wanted to mention is it has been, obvious that Djed is kind of blockchain agnostic, which means it can be utilized on various different technologies. And besides that, it is also backed by peer-reviewed academic research, which means different professionals from different areas have reviewed the research paper of Djed, which of course can be seen on GitHub. It's a public open source paper. It has been formally verified through mathematical, as you've seen, through mathematical equations. And we are very proud to say that every expert that has seen it so far has agreed that the Djed is definitely something, to behold, something unique that can be implemented in our world, not just on Cardano, within, let's say, on ADA, but definitely on different technologies. Now I would like to talk a little bit about, the implementations of Djed regarding DeFi and RealFi. Yes, please, Bruno, if you don't mind, we can. Yeah, thank you. So, what are we doing, to besides actually, implementing new things to actually conform with the reality of the world, and how are we trying to acclimate to it? Let's call it like that. So we have a couple of CBDC proposals. One of the most important ones is the CBDC challenge of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, where we have created an app called Unchained, which is basically an app for offline peer-to-peer transactions, that adopts means of exchange in places that need financial inclusion. Basically, that's still ongoing. We are among the finalists there. We hope that within the next couple of months we will progress further. We will give our best to make this project succeed in a way so that Djed can have its proper RealFi usage. Besides this CBDC challenge, we also are part of a couple of legal tenders and let's say implementations in other countries as well, which you'll receive more news in the future. But of course, we are always also open to communicate with any additional central banks, governments, financial institutions, in general communities that wish to employ more traditional, let's say, ways of implementing financial solutions through Djed. So feel free to contact us and we'll see what we can do. Besides the DeFi, besides the RealFi, we're also in an ongoing conversation with Coty, our partners, who will potentially run a DeFi part of Djed, as an ongoing partnership, basically. So, which means that our solution, Djed, basically can be used in both real finance and decentralized or distributed finance. So now I would like to hang back to Bruno, since Bruno has maybe a couple of good news, since the release of Djed has been a big milestone for us, and we thought that it would be a good way to actually mark this milestone by minting some NFTs. So, Bruno, if you would like to give us more information about that.
Yeah, well, that's all the information that we have at this point, right, at the point of recording of this talk, but hopefully by the summit there will be more information in this link that we're showing in the screen. And yeah, we are working on issuing a small collection of NFTs that could be bought by people interested in supporting the further development of the Djed stablecoin protocol. Yeah, so thank you for listening. And yeah, again, if you'd like to know more about Djed, just visit this link at the bottom of the screen.
Thank you very much for your attention. If you need anything else, you can always contact us through official IO channels, and we will be more than welcome to hear out your use cases in RealFi and DeFi, you know, so that we can empower the community to have Djed as successful as possible.
Yes, so to add to what Philip has just said, my perspective on this is the following, that for the further adoption of stablecoins, I think we have two major obstacles, right? One of them is that for a stablecoin to be really adopted as means of exchange, especially in places that need financial inclusion, we need to solve this problem of offline peer-to-peer transactions. Right, and for that we started this research and development project inside Input Output that we call Unchained, and we submitted a proposal to the CBDC Challenge of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and we were among the 15 finalists among more than 300 proposals. So, and another major challenge is legal compliance, right? We are currently having conversations with Koti, who is helping us with this, and there will be another talk in this summit with Koti where they might give more details about that. But what we hope is that there will be future versions of Djed with additional legal compliance features. And yeah, let me just say that we really take legal compliance very seriously. Yeah, so that's my perspective on this. Yeah, thank you.